wonderful day here in Zone 9B, Northern California, because it is only like 82 degrees, and last week it was triple digit terror, telling you it was something else. But anyway, I think it's time for me to kind of do an update about what's going on out here, and I'll try not to make it too long and bore you guys. But look at the banana peppers. And hopefully we're going to beat the air conditioner popping on. But look at all the banana peppers. Awesome. And what's really exciting for me is that, last year was my first year gardening, and maybe, I don't know, maybe I had some grandiose idea of what I thought was going to be going on. There's, if you can see a jalapeno. There's another one. Oh, there we go. Try to stay from over there. So those were all from seed. The interesting thing is peppers do take an extremely long time to grow. The jalapeno you just looked at was planted inside January 18th in the greenhouse under lights. And yeah, last year when I tried to grow peppers, I don't even know, starting them in the middle of the summer and just having no clue. That's a blonde pepper. Excuse me, you guys. Apologize for the bad light. That was a start that I bought in April from one of the big box stores. I'm just really excited because I have a lot of peppers. That's the Black Clover pepper I bought from the 99-cent store. I did stick both of them in there. It's been growing. It looks healthy. Can you see it? The pepperoncini pepper is ripening. Seems like it's been on there forever by itself. But now, look. We got a couple other ones on there. Isn't that exciting? I also have another jalapeno pepper plant. And what would be this has jalapenos on them. There you can kind of see one, I think. A lot of blossoms. And so my lesson that I've learned so far with peppers is plant early and plant a lot. Look at this. Now this is really special. This is a full-sized bell pepper. I don't know what I did with the tag. I'm just excited. It's got some new blossoms on it. That's really exciting. And let me backtrack, because this bell pepper plant actually overwintered last year when I purchased it from Lowe's in the middle of the summer. Wanted some peppers, had no idea about what they really needed to grow and how long and the heat and the blah blah blah. And I was really mad, and I just left it out here all winter. It did survive, and I've actually harvested a bell pepper off of it. And look, it's got blossoms, so that lesson's learned. One of the things I'm going to try to do this year is overwinter as much as I can. These are all of my various cucumber plants, because cucumbers are something else that seem like they just don't like me. So that's a space maker. There's an actual cucumber, trying to cucumber, which is really cool. I've always got something in cups, and some of those are starting to turn yellow and be weird, so I'm going to be transplanting them. A lot of them are squash. That's actually pepperoncini in the back. That's some kind of tomato that really needs to come out of a cup because I just don't want to waste it. So I'm going to transplant it into a grow bag. In the middle there, this is some spaghetti squash that I did a direct sow mid-June. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm not happy about the color of the leaves on the Armenian cucumber here. It's got blossoms on it. I think I may have overwatered it. One of the things that is really interesting about planting all the different varieties of tomatoes, I can see tomatoes. We're talking about cucumbers. Cucumbers is that you can see the difference in how they grow. Maybe find out which ones work better in your zone. Some of the ones that I know are heat tolerant. I noticed that just the leaves themselves are different. So I'm hoping that these get pollinated. I do have the Bait Alpha. I'm excited about that. The Bait Alpha is a cucumber. I can't pronounce that word. I think I'll find it and put it in the video. But it's, I want to say self-pollinating. It doesn't require any outside intervention or anything. So that's exciting. I'm hoping that I get some cucumbers. More pepperoncini over here. A lot, actually. There's another blonde bell pepper. The red Marconi has not produced anything yet. We'll see. You saw me freeze. I thought that was a worm. No, it's not. So let's take a look over here at the tomatoes. I think I've counted. I have probably like 14 or 15 tomato plants. This Beefmaster had been looking really weird, and you know, I thought I had some issues with it, so I've really been watching it. Looks like it's gonna get some blossoms on it. That's another Beefmaster. This is actually, what's this? Okay, so that's a Husky cherry red tomato. I bought this one from one of the big box stores. I have harvested a few off because I was getting discouraged because they were not ripening. So I put them inside in a brown paper bag with the ripe banana. There's the early girl. It's got some decent sized tomatoes on it. There's a persimmon tomato. No tomatoes yet. Next to that is another persimmon. That has a question mark on there. And it turns out that it's a black strawberry. I'm excited about that. That's the candy cane pepper. So we've harvested a few off of those. It's just a weird short little plant. It was a start. I didn't plant that for seed. That's a little Sicily. Excuse the glare. I'm just really excited to see these tomatoes start to ripen. And even though this isn't a really good view, hope you guys can see it. So this is the tomato plant on the right. That one is the one that had the sardines. This one is the one that didn't. You can go back and look at, there's 2 videos now talking about that. And I think I'm sold on that idea. You know, definitely a real obvious difference. But when you think about it in theory, why wouldn't it work, right? We use 511 and other types of fish emulsion, and we're using that because like the Native Americans and other people traditionally would use fish guts underneath their crops to fertilize them. It really makes sense to not waste anything and, you know, use it to grow more food. This patty pan, I've actually harvested a couple of patty pans off of. What's this? I'm glad to see that the squash are flowering. And one of the things you might notice here in my garden that we have squash plants at different phases of growth, which I really encourage people to do. So it's like if one plant is done for whatever reason, you know, like this. There's an early straight neck squash. We've already harvested some off some of the more mature plants over there. As I showed you guys earlier, there's some over there in the cups that need to be transplanted. And then you've kind of always got them. So it's a good idea to kind of succession plant. Let's take a look. We need to discuss this okra. So that's, what is this? You know what? Don't do your markers with dry erase pens. Just don't do it. So there's some crimson okra. What is this? What is this octopus plant that was some okra that was planted months ago that doesn't look like any okra garden folk I know have ever seen? And by now, as long ago as it was planted, it should have okra. But anyway, so there's some jambalaya okra planted there. Then I dropped some more. I don't know if those are going to come up or not. There's another random sunflower. And over here, this rooster cone just decided that it would just pop up in there with the Gerber daisy. So go ahead. I didn't plant any rooster cone this year, so I'm cool. The Gerber daisies from the 99-cent store that I bought last year that came back. Awesome. These flowers, all of them, were purchased at the 99-cent store, so don't sleep on that. This time of year, they probably still have some plants if you have one of those 99-cent store. More here are my bush beans. I hope they do what they're supposed to do over here. This is an important moment. Gardener family, I need your help. What is this? I bought it. I was in Lowe's like a couple months ago. And, you know, as we will do when we're in, nurseries, I blacked out. Somehow, when I got home, this was in my cart. And I don't even know what it is, don't know what the tag is. I know that I was putting stuff in and out of my cart and some herbs and stuff. Somebody, please, what is this? The purple kale that I just bought just because I don't know what to sell, that seems to have been the same size until I started giving it some 511. There are my potatoes back there. They were planted in March. I won't be, it was dying back a little bit, but I won't be harvesting those, I know, until the end of this month. Let them do what they need to do. Yay, there's the toothache plant and the ground cherries. When I took the ground cherries once again, a long time of the year. So we got over here. That's very attractive. What is that? Something to eat at some point. Let's see. Okay, so that's a saffron squash that was started inside in March. There is a coconut squash. That was started inside in March. Okay. There's another black strawberry. That's a early German tomato. And oh Lord, thank you, Mr. Air Conditioner. And then look at the peach tree. Awesome. Last year we got about 60 pounds, give or take some, of peaches off of this peach tree. Peach tree is about 10, 11 years old. And when it was purchased, it's supposed to be a dwarf. Okay. Yeah. Peaches everywhere. Awesome. And then we're going to stop over here over in the little watermelon area. So the honeydew over there looks pretty good. The cantaloupe is struggling. Just because I can, I came over here and just stuck some watermelon seeds in here. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to come over here and water it. That would help. I'm kind of halfway upset about this because the callaloo and the Chinese multicolored spinach, you know, was planted over a month ago. So something definitely happened over here. I'm going to try to plant some more heat tolerant, fast growing greens over here when I figure out what I want to do. And then I'm going to cover it with a net in case it was some bird action that happens. So over here, if you're curious, these trellises, rope trellises I purchased last year on Amazon. I know Vival's Son makes some. They are, I don't know how much they are now, but I just stapled them onto my fence. So there's the Moon and Stars watermelon, which is starting to flower. I think I figured this out, you guys. You know, I had the little question mark tag. I believe that to be a loofah. There's the Congo watermelon, which is a huge West African watermelon. And then there's the Jubilee. So all the watermelons except for the Jubilee were planted from seed. And I believe that that's the Tigger or Tiger melons or whatever it is. Again, I'm apologizing for that bad light there. So you guys, that's basically what's going on over here. I'm just really excited this season because I'm getting some stuff that we didn't even have last year, and I definitely don't take any of it for granted. I still have my salad fantasy. I have my salad fantasy about being able to harvest some lettuce and some tomatoes and some cucumbers and some peppers all at the same time this summer and make a salad. So I wanted to also stop over here and show you guys what's going on with the salad bowl stuff. So this one is doing great. That one's doing okay. I actually harvested some of that slow roll in the middle, and then the rest of them, the seeds have ghosted. So I'm going to re-sow some more. But this definitely works. Most of the time there's an umbrella or shade cloth over here. And those crispy violas, you know, they're really hard to maintain out here in the heat. In 9B last year, they were on the fence. Where you see those begonias. They were on the fence, and in the summer, every day, I would have to jump up, take them off the fence, and then put them in a pan so they could bottom water to keep from dying. And this year, you know, it's like, that's just really too much. So I got the begonias, which are really more heat tolerant, and that seems to be working. But I did put some violas in the hanging baskets, and then at some point I was kind of like, you know what, walk toward the light, babies, walk toward the light. I'm just going to let you go because you look like you're in a lot of pain. So that's what happened with those, and I cleaned those out and you know, go to the big box store and get something that likes you know, triple digit heat. And oh, the pampas. So the pampas are coming up. Pampas take a really long time. I'm excited. That's an ornamental thing. Can't eat that. And some of the wildflowers I have, you know, cleaned up and put to rest. And some of the other ones, you know, they're doing okay. I love wildflowers because, like I said, you never know what you're going to get. And you know what? I need to do something with these sweet potatoes. You know, I'm just messing up. Oh, one more thing, though. The coleus. Yay! So planted from seed, March 24th. There were some coleus there. As really tiny seedlings, they disappeared. So I stuck some of the 99-cent store succulents in there. I'm sure whatever was out here snatching stuff up won't eat that, if that's what happens. But anyway, guys, let me back up. And I can just give you an overall view of the main area. Of the garden. And there's my tree collards. Oh, by the way, you guys, there's a video, because actually, I got 3 of them, but there's actually a video I captured a cabbage moth because I just got tired. So anyway, camera's blinking, and I think that means that I need to be quiet, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.